Hey guys, welcome back to Exploring Temecula. Today we're going to talk about 5 costly mistakes buyers are making in this Temecula housing market. I've had the luxury over the last 5 months to really see this market, to really work in this market, to be successful in this market. And I just wanted to pass along some of my experiences so it can help you. Whether you use me or my company or not, that's not the point of this video. The point is when you are working with somebody, these are things that I would personally look out for and watch out for in the home buying process. As always, we have a home search in the description. We also have now a home value link in the description. So if you want to know your home value, we are licensed as both a brokerage and an appraisal company. So we can help you with anything really that you need. We've been doing this a long time and we know this market well. So thank you very much. Make sure you subscribe. We do a bunch of videos every week and we really try and keep our audience up to date on what's going on in Temecula and the surrounding area. So thank you very much and let's get into the video. Hey everybody, so one of the first things I wanted to talk about in regards to costly mistakes that I'm seeing is buyers getting caught up in the hype. You're going out, you're seeing homes, you supposedly find this home that's your dream home, but it's 10 other people's dream home, and then you're finding yourself going $50,000, $60,000 above list price, and you're releasing your appraisal contingency and you don't want any repairs. And I'm not saying that this is horrible for many people, but you really don't get caught up in it and become house poor or drain your savings. Obviously, everybody has a different situation. I'm talking to the people or to the family that shouldn't be getting in these bidding situations. I think that there's plenty of opportunity still for you to get in a nice home without having to extend yourself to the point where it's not healthy for you financially at all. So my suggestion, take a deep breath. This is not a sprint. It's going to be a marathon for many of you. And this might take 2 to 3 months. Look at it as a positive thing. If you're not from Temecula, if you're not familiar with the area, you might have thought that you loved this housing community, and 3 months later or 2 months later, you've seen so much of Temecula that you've actually changed your mind, and in the end, it's a better fit for you and your family. So, number one, costly mistake, do not get caught up in the hype. Okay guys, so next I wanted to talk about a mistake of paying more than you actually need to for a home in this market. And this is gonna go into 2 parts, but the first thing is, and I've talked about this in other videos and even in some of my blog posts, in this market, it's very, very important that you have, and this does not have to be me, again, I don't care. I just want you guys as buyers to understand how to be successful. Your agent should be calling the listing agent. They should be asked if the home's listed at 500. I already know it's going to go over generally most of the time as in this market. So I'm going to start by saying something like, hey, my name is Joel. I'm a broker with Greenleaf Real Estate. I have a client, a really strong buyer that loves the home. They want to come in at 510, even though you've told me that you can go up to 535. We're not going all the way to 535 yet. So I'm going to say to the agent, they feel comfortable at 510. Would that win the property for us? More often than not, they're going to say something like, oh, you're not even close. Or, oh yeah, that's a really solid offer. You're close. So what that does is it puts you, and I've talked about this a lot, puts you in the game on a lot of properties. You might not necessarily win, but at least you'll be in the conversation. Second part to that, when I list properties in this market, even though I do not like when agents call me and drill me about where they need to be and what the list, where the offers are, the ones that call me are the ones that generally in the end are in the top 1 to 2 to 3 offers. So my point is, be aggressive, figure out this information. A lot of agents are going to be forthcoming on it, and all it's going to do is help you be in the mix on every single home. Whether or not you get it, you at least have that opportunity or choice. Okay, so next up, big mistake: to buy a property that is not desirable. And what I mean by that is a property that as soon as the market shifts, either A, nobody's gonna want it, or B, you're gonna take a massive hit on what the valuation of that property or what it's actually gonna be worth. So, for an example, I just sold a home in Riverside. It backs to a major street. Right across the major street is grocery stores, fast food joints. It's really noisy, and basically the home hasn't been touched in way of maintenance or anything for 20 years. That is the type of home that I would strongly suggest that, don't get in a situation where that's the home you end up with. Because in 3 or 4 years, when the market shifts, that is literally the last home that anybody's gonna want. And number two, if you do sell it, the percentage that you're gonna take in way of a hit, you could be 20%, could be 30%. I'm just pulling numbers out. But when there's 10 properties available in a buyer's market, and you're sitting there with a corner lot that backs to a busy street that hasn't had any repairs done in 5 or 6 or 10 years or 15 years, nobody's gonna buy your property unless it's an absolutely ridiculous low price. Okay, so next up, needing the turnkey home. Now, I did talk about buying the home that didn't have any maintenance done for 20 years. This is a little different. Okay, so the pool of buyers, what I've noticed in the last 5 years is most people want turnkey homes. I don't know the reason, probably because they just want to walk in when they close and do nothing to the home. Personally, I'm the opposite. I like to get the discount on the home, do the work myself. But the point is that the pool of buyers is this big on turnkey homes. The pool of buyers on a home that has maintenance done and is well taken care of but does not have upgrades might be this big. So why not, instead of getting in this bidding war and bidding $40,000, $50,000 over, get in the home at $5,000 or $7,000 over list on something that needs to be upgraded, put 20 into it, make it how you like it, and you're not in that frustrating, unbelievable market where you don't even know where the cash is coming from anymore to close because it's gone up so high. So that would be my suggestion in this market. If you can stomach it, if you can deal with it, buy that nice location home that needs a little work, but has been maintained. You all see these homes that come up that, the house is outside has been painted, all the maintenance has been done on the AC and the heating systems, but you walk in and there's a brass chandelier and the carpet's back from 1980, even though it's immaculate. That's the type of home that I'm talking about, that, the maintenance or the bones has been kept up, but they just haven't done anything in regards to the upgrades of the home over the last several years. Okay, guys, and the final point of costly mistakes buyers are making: putting too much down. I know sometimes you don't have a choice in regards to how much money you need to put down to purchase a home, but just be aware, talk to the lender, figure out the best strategy, figure out the lowest down payment you can do and still be competitive. Why? Your money, borrow as much money as you can from the bank. It's a 3.5% interest rate. I'd much rather have my money in my bank account so I can invest in other things that are making a much higher, in way of percentage gains than, having it in a home where it's just sitting there, at 3.5%. So my point is do your research, talk to a bunch of lenders, and figure out what the best way for you is to put the least amount of money down on a home while still being competitive in this housing market. So there you have it, 5 costly mistakes. Hopefully that helps people. I don't know if these are the mistakes people are making all throughout America. I just see them here. I do, a good number of deals here. I feel like I have common sense when it comes to, the real estate industry and getting offers accepted. So take it for what it's worth. Make sure you find an aggressive agent in this market that is respectful and honest, and you will be on your way to be getting a nice home in the area. Anyway, thank you very much, and until next time from Exploring Temecula.